Hello everyone, welcome to Gardening for Better Health. This is Henry B. 723 coming to you today from outdoors in my garden. It is a beautiful day in early August and the sun is shining. Very little breeze right now, but very humid today. I had hoped that it would not be so humid because that makes it feel warmer than what it is. It's about 82 degrees today, but it feels like it's about 85 or 86. So I've already started sweating, and I haven't even gotten started yet. But we're gonna work through the humidity because it is now finally time to harvest my potatoes. I've been waiting on this for a long time, and the day is finally here. I am so excited. I am even more excited to acknowledge all my subscribers. I have had subscribers that have been with me since I started my channel a few months ago, and I have new subscribers coming on all the time, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much for your support and encouragement in my gardening journey. And I want to also acknowledge all of the people who stop by my channel just to see what's going on. They haven't subscribed yet, but they've stopped by just to see what's happening. Thank you for stopping by. Please come back again. There's always something going on, and we never know what it's going to be until it actually happens. So stop back again, and thank you for taking time out of your day to visit. Today with this harvesting video, it could be a very long video, but I don't want to make it that long. I'm going to do it in stages. The first stage is going to be, as you can see, we have potatoes here that are ready to be harvested. I'm going to first go through and I'm going to cut off the tops of all of the potatoes and make them much shorter. That way it'll be easier to work with. So that section of the video, I'll show you how I do it first, and then I'll show you how I'm going to harvest these potatoes. But I won't show you the whole thing in the interest of not taking up too much of your time, because I don't want you to say, why is this video so long? But I want to show you the process, just so that if you want to grow potatoes, you'll know what process I use, and you may want to use it in your garden. So I'm going to start by going through and cutting off some of these tops. And as you can see, when they're ready, the stems are pretty much dry. I would prefer to have it a little bit less dry, but we had a bunch of rain, and I couldn't just come out while the dirt was so wet, because it would make it more difficult to get the potatoes out in good condition. So I had to wait for it to dry up some before I could come out and actually start working over here. So I have my little garden bag ready, so that as I cut these tops off, I can just go ahead and stick these in the bag, and it won't make such a mess. It's called, I like to clean as I go. And it's going to be interesting because once you plant these potatoes, you never know how many you're going to get, because everything is happening underground. So you don't know until you harvest what you have and what you don't have. So that makes it a very fun mystery to engage in. And as you can see, it doesn't take long to cut these down. I leave just a little bit at the top because part at the top is what I'm going to use to help pull these potatoes up. Very pliable and very easy to cut off. Work my way around to the other side. Up this way. Just that quick. That's the tops off of bed number 1. Let's move on down to bed number 2. I'm going to take you with me. And as you can see, now that these tops are cut off, what the bed looks like. Just a few little weeds in here. And ooh, I see a potato sticking out of the dirt, which is green. That means I can't eat that one. But hopefully there's a lot more underneath. So let's move down to bed number 2. Bed number 2. All right. Angle you down a little bit so you can see. Okay. Wow. Quite a bit more foliage in this bed. A few more potatoes have worked their way to the top over here. But we'll keep going. Let me angle you around so that you can see better. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. Hopefully, I didn't wait too long. They only come out when the conditions are right to do the harvesting. Sometimes you have to wait a little bit longer than you'd like to. That have actually popped out of the dirt. They're saying, I'm coming out whether you come get me or not. Bugs in here, so that means there must be some aphids down in here somewhere. Look at this, a peanut. My squirrels come and they leave me presents because they will come and take something out of the garden bed, and I guess they feel guilty and they'll leave me a present in place of what they took. That's not just with these potatoes. That's with anything that they come take. I'll come and I'll find a peanut. Let me open this. Yeah, the peanut is dead. Look at that. So, yeah, they leave me presents. So we'll work our way around to the other side. See some of those little white butterflies floating around here that leave eggs everywhere. So, in addition to bed 1 and 2, I won't do it right now, but I will show you what's going on over here. These are 2 Smart Pots that have potatoes in them as well. And so, there's a lot going on. Yeah, those are thicker. Harder to cut. So I'll come back and do those when we're off camera, because that one's going to be a challenge to cut. So for now, we're just going to go back and we're going to do the beds 1 and 2. So let's go over here. Sorry to carry you around, but I'll take you with me so that you can see what's happening over here. All right. So that's the bed. I'm moving you up a little bit so you can see better. What I'm going to do is the potatoes that I take out of here, I am going to shake the dirt off, and they are going to wind up over here on that tarp, because the potatoes have to dry before I can store them. But for now, when I take them out of the bed, they're going to be going from the bed over to the tarp. So that's what we're going to be doing next. So let's see what we got. Gently prying this up. I don't want to spore any potatoes. Gently working that out of the ground. See what do we have. Oh, look at that. Bring it closer so that you can see. It's a nice sized potato there. Look at that. That's a decent one. And you get these little bitty ones. I take some of those off as well. Let's see. You have to be very gentle because the skin is soft, and you don't want to damage the skin. Now this is a big potato. Looks like that's the actual seed potato. Yeah, that's the seed potato. But I'll take it out as well. So that's so far with just that one. I've gotten this many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this is the seed potato, which is going to get thrown away. So I'm going to take these around here. And then this one I'm going to put in that bag. So then that goes in the bag. Try this one. Work it loose. I'm going down under where I think the roots are. Put it over. Here we go. We've got some things in here. This one is green. You can't eat that one. That goes in the trash. A couple of these are green. And that's a good one. And then this is the seed potato. I got a couple smaller ones over on this side. Trash. Did I miss any down in here? I don't think so. Okay, that looks like it for those two. Here's one. You never know. It's a small one. Here's a small one. Okay. Here's the potato here. You never know what you're gonna get. It's like digging for gold. It's like digging for gold. Some more. This potato here. I'll put these aside. Over on the tarp. So that's the process that I'm using to take these potatoes out. I'm going to do this bed and then I'll do that other bed as well. And once that's done, I'll show you how many potatoes come out of both these beds. So for now, I'm going to sign off. Okay, everyone, I just finished getting everything out of bed number 1. So bed number 1 is now empty. All the potatoes have been taken out. I got out all of the little strings and things out of this bed and smoothed it over. So this bed is ready to be planted in a few days when I decide what I want to put in it, probably brassicas. But this is bed number 1 that's empty, and I'm going to show you how much came out of this bed. We're going to travel on over here, and these are all of the potatoes that came from bed number 1. And I wanted to show you too, over here, these are all russet potatoes, and I planted them May 15th this year, and today is August the 2nd. So that's how long it takes these russet potatoes to mature and be ready to harvest. But I got all of these potatoes from one bed. So now I'm going to start on bed number 2, and I'm going to separate the potatoes from bed number 2. And once those are all harvested, you'll be able to see the differences of the harvest from both beds. So I'll show you where I'm going. Down to bed number 2 over there. And I'll do the same harvest technique there. I'll come back when those potatoes are harvested. While I'm working in bed number 2, I thought of something that I should share with you all. I want you to know, if you don't remember anything else from any of my videos, remember this: never stick your hand underneath the dirt in the garden without gloves on. Gardening is fun, but other things live out here in this garden bed, and when you're digging around in the garden, you're subject to stick your shovel in and come up with anything, or stick your hands down in there and come up with anything. Since I've been harvesting these potatoes, I've seen ticks, I've seen several different types of spiders, I've seen worms, I've seen centipedes in here, I've seen earwigs, and there's no telling what else is in the dirt. So that's why when you see me gardening and I'm putting my hands in the dirt, I have my gloves on. So that's just a quick reminder, no matter where you're gardening, it's in your best interest to wear your gloves if you're going to stick your hands in the dirt. So I just wanted to remind you of that. And this is garden bed number 2. I do want to show you what garden bed 2 wound up looking like close up after I got everything cut down. I pulled up one bunch, and those are the ones I picked up at first. This is the second bunch with lots of potatoes on them. And I'm going to keep going until I get all of these out. And as you can see, when I cut the tops off, it makes it easier to grab these and just pull it. And because the dirt is relatively dry, it kind of just falls off for the most part. So I'm going to continue with these, and when I get all of these harvested, I'll put them over on the tarp, and I'll show you how many potatoes actually came out of this bed. All right. Well, everyone, I'm back. I just finished harvesting all of the potatoes from potato bed number 2. And this is what we got over here now. It's all nice and cleaned out for bed 2. And bed number 1 is all nice and cleaned out. So now, here is the test. Which garden bed gave me the most potatoes? So over here, on this tarp, these are the potatoes from bed number 1. Okay, it's a decent harvest. but it really was not comparable to the next bed. So bed number 1, you're looking all right, bed number 1. Now let's go over to bed number 2, harvest. And if we look here, these potatoes all came out of bed number 2. So bed number 2 gave me the largest harvest. I don't know why. I planted the same number of potatoes in both beds. I planted them the same day. They got the same amount of water and everything, but bed number 2 gave me much better harvest than bed number 1. So that's the scoop. That's the scoop. So I have really enjoyed taking you along with me when I was harvesting these potatoes. I waited so long for them to actually mature. So now I'm going to move these potatoes over to the deck and let them sit there and dry out. When you harvest your potatoes, always remember, do not wash them right away. You want to let them dry because the skin on the potatoes is very fragile. And if you handle them too rough, the skin will come off and that'll take all of the protection off the potatoes. So you want to make sure that you leave the dirt on and then dry your potatoes. And give the potatoes about a week to dry. And then at that time, check them out. And as long as they're dry, you'll be able to store them and they should last you a long time. These are rusted white potatoes that I planted and harvested, but you can feel free to get whatever potato you like best. I happen to like the white russet, so that's what I planted. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, let me know. And don't forget, when you're gardening, make sure that you have a pair of gardening gloves on if you're going to put your hands in the dirt, because I don't want you to get bit or anything else working in your garden. So that's my tip to you today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I will see you in the next video. Like, share, and subscribe, and come back and see me in the next video. Bye.